All right, joining me here on the broadcast to dissect and decode what really happened at the Makar Dwar is Advocate Manasvi Thapar, political analyst, and Rajalakshmi Joshi, political analyst again. A very warm welcome to the both of you. I'm going to quickly come across to Advocate Manasvi Thapar. How are you looking at the developments that transpired there? I mean, imagine this is the Makar Dwar, one of the 6 dwars that represents unity in diversity, and something like this happening at this point in time. Needless to say, for the common man that's looking at the entire episode play out between this allegation and counter allegation, it's another day of parliament that seems to be going to waste.
Kabir, I feel there is a new low in the Indian politics, and this is the lowest we could ever go. Protests are not allowed in the parliament, and when protest is going to happen, the party which is in power tries to oppose that, and the party which is in opposition uh, hurts the people in power or the MPs. That is not something which we would expect. As a citizen of our country, I would want protests to happen, peaceful protests to happen, opposition's voice to be heard. At the same time, I would want the people in power should also give the proper stage to people in opposition, and it has to be a joint effort to make the country move forward. But these kind of issues, like if the sentiments of people who support Ambedkar were hurt by the statement of the HM, that has to be respected. The protest should have been respected, and if the protest was not being respected, the opposition could have been silent, and this kind of violent understanding could have been avoided. This is not where the mother of democracy, the largest democracy of the world, could function in this way. The entire world watches us, and this kind of a narrative which goes from India for Indians and across the world is not very kind or healthy for our democracy and for our people. This has to be prevented, this has to be protected, and a healthy atmosphere of debates should prevail in our country, which is not happening. There would be allegations, there would be counter allegations, but the parliament should sustain, the temple of democracy should uh, every day go higher and higher in its stature, but that is not happening.
All right. We're also flashing what Mallikarjun Kharge has written to the Honorable Speaker at this point in time. He says, when I reached the Makar Dwar along with the India Party members of Parliament, I was physically pushed by the BJP members of Parliament. Thereafter, I lost my balance and was forced to sit down on the ground right there in front of the Makar Dwar. Also with us on the broadcast, Rajalakshmi Joshi. Rajalakshmi, how are you looking at these developments? Do you concur with what Manasvi here spoke about? A new low in the annals of parliamentary history. The protest, if the Home Minister did disrespect BR Ambedkar, should have been respected?
Kabir, I strongly agree with Manasvi Thapar on the fact that yes, this parliament is a place for healthy debates. This is definitely a place where every bill, every issue should be debated. It should be debated verbally, not physically. So, this thing about where the opposition is saying that there is no scope for any peaceful protest, I think that is not true, because you have seen so many peaceful protests happening. There have been protests so many times, multiple times. So there has definitely been a scope for a peaceful protest. But right now, what is happening is, I think that the Congress and the opposition is resorting to diversionary tactics just to take away the fact. Move away from the fact that they were not able to answer any of the questions posed by the Home Minister Amit Shah ji, and neither by any of the statements made by PM Modi or Nirmala Sitaraman ji. They have all brought out all the hypocrisies that have been out there, where the opposition always keeps talking about Baba Saheb Ambedkar, but they haven't really done anything to protect his legacy, as they have been claiming. So they have actually put out a whole lot of questions. So what the opposition should have done is, if they had any answers to any of this, they could have put it out in a nice debate, like a parliamentarian should do. There is, as you say that, you call it a parliamentary language. So I would say now you have to talk about parliamentary behavior as well. So I have seen that in the past, this opposition, they have been extremely vicious in the way in which they have actually tried to mock the vice president as well, just outside the parliament. So I think that they should definitely resort to better oratory skills. They should be able to debate things out better. So all the things that were put out by Amit Shah ji, I think that they should have been able to answer them, but they did not have any answers.